If you listen to the headlines, AI in Canada is either a magic engine that's going to double our GDP by next Tuesday, or it's a digital pink slip coming for every middle-class office job in the country. But here's the thing, most of what you're hearing is either corporate hype or pure panic. So how are Canadians actually using AI? We have people using AI like a therapist at 2 in the morning because they can't find a doctor. And at the same time, half the workforce is quietly shadow using ChatGPT at work because their boss hasn't set a single clear policy on it. Today, we're looking at where Canada actually stands in the AI race. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how AI is affecting Canada's job market, our lifestyles, and our social networks. Welcome to Implicity. This is Patrick's digital avatar. The real Patrick is out in the field right now, probably helping a client fix or researching the latest updates to help improve your day-to-day lives with AI. But every insight, every data point, and the general skepticism you're about to hear comes directly from his research and his perspective. So if you have thoughts or you think the data is off, drop a comment. He actually reads them. Canada is in a bit of a paradox. We are a world leader in AI research. We've got over 140,000 AI professionals, and we lead the G7 in research output per person. We're great at the thinking part, but when it comes to actually using it, we've been lagging. However, that's changing fast. Between 2024 and 2026, we hit a tipping point. We're moving away from let's play with this chatbot to AI being baked into how we buy groceries, how we manage our stress, and most importantly, how we earn a living. The real problem isn't that the robots are taking over, it's that we're living through a shadow AI crisis. Think about it. You're sitting at your desk, you've got a mountain of emails or a report to write, and your company hasn't given you any training. What do? You use it anyway. You self-teach. Research shows that while nearly 30% of Canadians use AI at work, about 44% of them have never had a single minute of formal training from their employer. It's the Wild West of productivity. We're using powerful tools without a manual, and that creates a massive gap between the people who get it and the institutions that are supposed to lead them. So where do we sit on the global leaderboard? If this were a race, Canada is currently the most improved, but not the front runner. In 2024, only about 6% of Canadian businesses were using AI. By mid-2025, that doubled to 12.2%. That's a massive jump. But compare that to the UK at 20.5% or Germany at nearly 20%, and you realize we're still playing catch-up. Interestingly, we are actually beating the US in one specific area: small business adoption. Small Canadian firms are using AI at a rate of 12.5%, while tiny US firms are only at about 3.4%. We're a nation of small, scrappy adopters, even if our massive corporations are moving a bit slower than the giants in Silicon Valley. But let's talk about the middle class. How is the average Canadian actually using this? It's not just for writing professional-sounding emails. It has become a social and lifestyle crutch. Here is a statistic that should stop you in your tracks. 8% of adult Canadians, about 2.8 million people, have intentionally used AI for mental health support. If you include people using apps that might use AI, that number jumps to 12%. That's 1 in 8 people. Why? Because the human system is backlogged. AI doesn't have a 6-month waiting list. We're also seeing a huge gender and generational split. Men over 54, they're using AI to summarize the news. Women under 55, they're leading the charge in using generative AI for household management. Everything from meal planning to health advice. And then there's the connection factor. 20% of Canadian AI users report feeling a sense of rapport or companionship with the AI. We aren't just using it as a tool, we're starting to treat it like a digital neighbor. Now let's address the elephant in the room: jobs. especially with the current state of the job market and the government sector. There's this fear that AI is a giant delete button for careers. But the data from Statistics Canada tells a more nuanced story. In Q2 of 2025, among businesses using AI, 89.4% said their employment numbers didn't change at all. Only about 6% reported a decrease. Think of it like the federal government's new AI strategy for 2025 to 2027. They aren't just firing people, they're using AI to handle the boring stuff. For example, Immigration, IRCC, is using it to triage visa applications, and the Pay Center is using it to fix the backlog of pay issues. The goal isn't zero humans, it's humans doing less data entry. But here's the catch for the middle class. Automation anxiety is highest among the people who know AI the best. 44% of people who are very familiar with AI are the ones most worried about their jobs. Why? Because once you see what it can do, you realize that your expert ability to summarize a meeting or format a spreadsheet isn't a moat anymore. It's a puddle. So how do you navigate this without losing your mind? Here are 3 things to keep in mind. First, own your literacy. Don't wait for your boss to give you a course. Canada is currently 4th lowest in the world for AI literacy. Being the person in your office who actually knows how to prompt effectively makes you the pilot, not the passenger. Second, watch the trust gap. 95% of Canadians are worried about AI misinformation. Use the tools for drafting, but never for fact-checking. Think of AI like a very confident but occasionally hallucinating intern, great at doing the work, terrible at being left unsupervised. Third, look for the human-in-the-loop opportunities. Whether you're in the government or a small business, the value isn't in the AI itself, it's in the service you provide around the AI. In banking and healthcare, Canadians still want a human to make the final call. If your job involves empathy, complex judgment, or physical presence, you have a massive advantage. AI in Canada isn't a wave that's going to wash us away. It's more like a new tide. It's changing where the waterline is. Some jobs will get wet, and some new islands will appear. The real danger isn't the technology, it's the shadow AI life, using it in secret without a plan and hoping for the best. So, here's my question for you. Are you using AI at work in secret, or has your company actually stepped up to train you? Drop a comment below. Patrick reads them, and your stories help us figure out what to cover in the next video. AI is not magic, it's just a tool. Make sure you're the one holding the handle. See you in the next one.